Welcome back everyone. As I mentioned in my previous video, just wanted to run through in a bit more detail the archer packs you can buy from Claymore Castings, just to show off in a little bit more detail what you get with each of the packs you can order, as well as just show off a bit of my paintwork. There were a few packs where the images on the website were subtly different from what you actually get, and unfortunately there's only kind of one, maybe two images on a lot of the sections on their website. I just thought this might help somebody at some point if they're looking into buying these archers, and seeing what they might get, and if there are any problems I had putting them together or tidying them up or anything. So I'll just run through these. I've written the number on the bottom in pencil just to show which packs these came from. All the packs are numbered. I think they're all called OT, and then 0 a number, or a number following the code OT. But this is pack OT09, which I think are called English Archers actually. I'll try and get through these fairly quickly, so apologies if I race through them, or if they're not focused perfectly. It's going to be hard to do, and I don't have a fancy turntable at the moment. So all these red crosses on these are hand painted. These 4 came in single pieces, all very well cast. These are definitely, as are these, which are pack 10, older looking models. In this instance, this one came, actually the tip of the bow was broken off, but it was a clean break. I got the bow back on. I don't think that's going to be a common thing, but just unfortunately happened to mine. This is pack 10, by the way. Yeah, these are older models, definitely. You can tell by the length of the bows on these in comparison to some I'll show in a moment. You know, these are supposed to be long bows, big powerful bows, and the size comparison of these to the later ones, the later sculpts, is absolutely clear. So those are packs 9 and 10. I said those are the kind of older models, but they're still very nice. They still paint up very well. This is pack 7, I think, OT7, I believe. Let's double check these. Yep, 7. So this is, you see, this is the size of the bow on the, what I believe are later sculpts. You know, it's much larger in comparison. But these are still very nice to paint up. I think this was the first one I did. You might have seen this in the kind of test scheme I did. This is pack 7, as I said. So I'll just get onto these ones. The paint scheme I've used here, if you're interested, is from a grey primer. I've painted Banshee Brown from Army Painter as an undercoat, washed that with strong tone, brought it back to Banshee Brown, and then painted up to Drake Tooth and highlighted with Brain Matter Beige, which are lovely sounding names. When it's brought up to that kind of creamy white looking colour, the yellow is Desert Yellow, done in a similar fashion, and then I think Troll Claw is the kind of highlight for this. This one, I believe this is pack 8. I think this was 2 parts. I think the bow and the hands were a separate part on this one. I can't remember. This is one I really like. This one I like how the yellow came out on this. This is the first test piece I did with it. I'm very happy. This one, I'm not really happy with the blue on this. I think I like how it's come out. I just think it doesn't really fit with the rest of the army. so I might redo it. I did paint one of the other models red, as you've seen, and another one green, and yeah, the green especially really didn't work. The red looks okay, but the green doesn't at all. And this, Karen, I'll point out, this is the model which has stopped me stringing up all the bows. Because of this string on this guy, I don't want to string all the other models and then have this one stand out as being looking odd due to the modelled string he has. That's why I've not strung up all the bows. That came up in a previous comment and it did make me chuckle. This is pack 12. What have I written there? Oh, okay. This is from pack 12. When I was putting it together, the photo makes it look like the bow, instead of being this way diagonally, should go in the other diagonal direction. I don't know what's happened. Either a change between when they did the original sculpt and what they're actually selling, or maybe it's just it looks odd on the website. Yeah, pack 12. These are this and the next pack are the kind of unarmoured archers. But these are the ones they've got nice. Some of them do have the line physically sculpted for the kind of halved or quartered paint schemes, whereas some of them I've just done by hand. This one had separate hands, I believe, and bow. Again. And then finally pack 11. Again, these are unarmoured guys. Oh, this was, oh, okay, this was the, I've just written notes on the bottom. This was the only one that was slightly problematic in putting it together. This entire arm and bow were separate, and they had a little nubbin and a hole on the torso to glue into, but there was quite a lot of flash that I had to clean away, and it still didn't go in completely right. You might be able to see there's a little gap, tiny gap there, and it wasn't until I kind of primed it and started looking at it in detail that I noticed there's actually quite a lot of flash and moulding behind that sword. You might be able to see. Often on models where you get a piece protruding, like the handle of the sword here, there has to be metal behind to kind of support it, and that's all I thought this was when I was putting this guy together. But actually I think it's just there really is an excess of flash in there that needs to be cleaned out. It's quite hidden ultimately, so I'm happy with it, but this is probably the one model that I would warn people just to have a bit more attention on cleaning them up beforehand. I'm happy with how he turned out though, so it's all good. This is another one where the hands and bow are separate. I've just made a note on the bottom of this one to say I haven't pinned them. They're quite small pieces, and I'm not confident in getting a very tiny pin into these, but I don't think they needed them ultimately. I'm not going to be bashing these around too much. And this is the last guy from pack 11. So yeah, that's all those. Hopefully that's of use to somebody. I won't stick them all back in now. If you've got any questions about specific models or anything, I can probably get some photos and stick them up on Discord or somewhere. But otherwise, all these are great models. Really enjoy painting these, lots of character in them. The older models do fit in nicely with the newer sculpts. I think there's definitely a difference there, but they kind of work. And I'd recommend these to anybody really. I have some footmen at arms I'm going to do next, and then maybe at a later date I will pick up some crossbowmen and billmen and so on. But just for now I'm going to get through what I've got. And yeah, so any questions, please drop them in the comments. I will stick a link to Claymore's website in the comments as well. And yeah, thoroughly recommend Claymore Castings if you want some medieval 28mm models. So I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll speak later.